It's official. Jorge Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman for the UFC Welterweight Championship this Saturday night in Abu Dhabi at UFC 251. Jorge Masvidal, they've agreed to his contract. He passed his COVID-19 tests last night. So that means real soon they are boarding a flight to Abu Dhabi to challenge Kamaru Usman for the UFC Welterweight Championship. I am so pumped for this fight. I'm way more pumped for this fight than I am the Gilbert Burns fight. Now, Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman would have been a great fight, but I don't think Kamaru Usman would have had that much trouble against Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns kind of shot up the rankings there. Probably not ready for a title shot yet, but what do I know? He could have went in there and knocked out Kamaru Usman in 10 seconds. Not likely, but possible. Anything's possible in mixed martial arts. When you're fighting with 4-ounce gloves, anything's possible. So, who knows? But, stylistically and realistically, Kamaru Usman probably wouldn't have had that hard of a time with Gilbert Burns. Now, Jorge Masvidal brings a whole new slew of problems for Kamaru Usman. Now, Kamaru Usman has been training specifically for Gilbert Burns this whole time. This fight switches up on a week's notice. Jorge Masvidal has been training for nobody, or has he? Do you think he's been secretly training for Kamaru Usman this entire time in case Gilbert Burns fell out of the fight and they needed a replacement? There's no way Jorge Masvidal is taking this world title fight on a week's notice without being very, very prepared. Sure, he's a fighter. Fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. He fought in the backyards against Kimbo Slice's team. So, that's not it. It's not questioning if he would just step in there and fight. But for a world championship, there's no way Jorge Masvidal is stepping into that octagon out of shape. I've read some things and seen some things where it says that Jorge balloons up in weight in between fights. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You need to enjoy your life as well. Staying in fight shape 24/7, 365 is very hard. Next to impossible. So you got to enjoy yourself. But there's no way he's coming into this fight a week out 30 pounds overweight. There's just no way. So he's been walking around. I'm gonna assume he's been walking around close to his fight weight, his weight that he needs to cut a week before the fight. He's coming in extremely prepared. And if he has been specifically training for Kamaru Usman this entire time, that's going to put Kamaru Usman in a whole world of trouble. Kamaru Usman only has a week to prepare for Jorge Masvidal. Sure, he knows Jorge's fight style, but it's different. If you've been training specifically for one person, that one person pulls out, and now you have a completely different type of fighter in Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal is going to bring it 150%. There's going to be no lying back for Jorge. It's just a completely different type of fighter. He's going to bring it to Usman. Usman is the best welterweight on the planet right now, no doubt about it. He's proved that in all of his fights. So, yeah, I'm extremely pumped for this fight. I'm going to give my prediction and my hope that Jorge Masvidal wins this fight and becomes the welterweight champion of the world. What a Cinderella story it would be for the last year for Jorge Masvidal. Destroys Ben Askren. Beats Nate Diaz for the BMF title. And then, months later, this Saturday night, he beats Kamaru Usman and becomes world champion. Cannot wait. He will have come from fighting in the backyards against Kimbo Slice's team to UFC welterweight champion. I cannot wait. So pumped for this fight. Cannot wait to see what happens. Kamaru Usman, Jorge Masvidal this Saturday night. What do you think's going to happen?